At Laurel Racecourse, it's the $100,000 Washington, D.C. International. Russian Ambassador Menshikov is here to cheer the two Soviet entries. A total of 9 entrants represent 9 nations. There's some confusion breaking from the walk-up start, but no international incident. Favorites are America's Clem and Ireland's Ballymoss, the Continental champion. But it's Tudor Era, the second U.S. steed, out front all the way, and the 2 Russian runners never really in contention. In the second circuit, rounding into the far turn, Tudor Era bumps Australia's Sailor's Guide, a split-second bit of action missed by the crowd. And it's Tudor Era first by 3.5 lengths, only to be disqualified on a protest. Tudor Era is bumped to second. Sailor's Guide officially the winner. A dramatic finale to a golden gallop with an all-star international cast. The 10th annual Washington International at Laurel, Maryland, and 31,000 are out to see top handicap horses from many lands get away from the Newmarket starting gate for the long mile-and-a-half race over a turf course. Eddie Arcaro immediately hustles the heavily backed Kelso to the front, where he is destined to stay until the stretch run. The crowd has made TV Lark with Johnny Longden up second choice, and in the final yards, Mr. Longden and TV Lark come galloping through. Kelso's on the rail with TV Lark creeping up on the outside and passing him as Arcaro breaks out the whip. Lines up as a 2-horse finish with a Venezuelan horse a distant third and a Russian horse far behind him. Arcaro couldn't keep Kelso up, and TV Lark goes over with a new track record of 2:26 1/5. And $70,000 to make the record even sweeter.
The 14th Garden State Stakes, racing's richest prize. A dozen 2-year-olds get away under rainy skies on a sloppy track. Bold Hour gets the lead, followed by In Reality and Dawn Glory. A favorite Successor trails the field. His record of 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 2 third places in 9 starts this season makes him the top contender. Into the stretch, Bold Hour still leads. In Reality second. Jockey Brolio Breza calls for speed from Successor. He steers him down the middle between the 2 leaders to pull out in front. Successor continues to open his lead as the field heads for the finish. At the wire, it's Successor going away. The winner by 3 lengths. Bold Hour second, Proviso third. Successor earns $188,000 for his performance. One day earlier at Laurel, Maryland, the Washington, D.C. International has its 15th running. A field of 10 representing 6 nations gets off to a fast start. Jumping into an early lead is number 2, Aniline of the Soviet Union. Other entries are from the U.S., France, England, Canada, Brazil, and Venezuela. At the first turn, Aniline holds the lead with Assegai second and Vasco da Gama third. Pounding down the straightaway, it's still Aniline at the head of the pack. The winner gets $90 of a $150,000 purse. The favorite is Assegai of the United States, now running second. Vasco da Gama, Italy, holds his 3rd spot. And the race is run under perfect weather conditions, and the track is fast. Into the stretch, it's still Aniline on top, followed by Assegai, Vasco da Gama, Silver Shark, David Jack, and a French colt, the Easton, in 7th position. As the field pounds toward the wire, the Easton makes an incredible closing charge, coming on the outside. Jockey Jean Laforge gets a tremendous burst of speed out of the Easton, who had trailed for most of the race. The Easton crosses the line, a 2-length winner over Aniline, with Assegai third. Houston becomes the 5th French horse to win the International.
There's a crowd of 38,000 at Laurel for the International that has Gunbo as one U.S. representative in the field of 8. The other native son is the immortal Kelso, now 7 years old, but always ready to take on all comers when the barrier goes up.
Gunbo takes the early lead from horses representing Ireland, the Soviet Union, France, Venezuela, Italy, and Japan. And who's running second? None other than the horse world's hero, Kelso. Magnificent Gelding has never won this rich $150,000 race in 3 previous tries. A victory today would climax a fabulous career for the wonder horse who is approaching retirement. On the first turn around the track, jockey Ismael Valenzuela, letting him run easily as they thunder past the stand. The money favorite as well as the sentimental choice. As they go down the back stretch for the second time, Valenzuela lets Kelso have his head a bit, and the horse responds eagerly. Kelso is a horse who loves to run and loves to win. When he moves abreast of Gunbo, he's in a take-charge mood. As they pass the last turn, Kelso really begins to travel, and he is brought over to the rail. It was this maneuver that resulted in a foul claim later by Gunbo's jockey. But obviously, Kelso was in the clear when he made his move, and he's off for home with a 90,000 pot of gold waiting him at the wire. Kelso is across in 2:23 4/5, a new American record for a mile and a half. The protest is posted, and there are a few anxious minutes before the results are official, and Kelso is on his way to being the horse of the year for the 5th time. With record earnings of more than $1,800,000, Kelso may run once more